My people, make una come hear the full truth of Davido pikin Ifeanyi. You understand? From Daddy Freeze. Because Daddy Freeze na im family friend. So he knows everything. Una go hear the truth by una self. The real truth. You understand me? So my correct people, I bring una greetings so from wherever una dey watch me from. My name na BCG's TV. If you never subscribe to this channel, make you subscribe hit on the notification bell so that anytime una dey bring new videos, una go dey see am. So we go sit down here together, we go watch this video. So my people, all these people, women, men, when they talk, when dem no allow Ifeanyi to rest, make una please allow this boy, make una let am rest, make una allow the family rest. This is not the time. Instead of una to sit down dey pray for Davido and im wife, una dey come out pray for the Ifeanyi. Una come out, una come dey castigate Davido, dey talk about Ifeanyi, dey talk about the mother, dey talk wetin happen, wetin no happen. Every day una dey, every minute una dey go live stream, dey do live stream concerning small pikin head, because of say una dey find money, different lie, different things na una dey talk. So my correct people, I bring una come make una sit down watch dis thing reach ground. From here una go know the whole truth of what happen to Ifeanyi. So guys, I go leave una make una watch. Credit to Daddy Freeze.
Olu, please fix this your internet, so I have to remove you and bring you back. You know, couples who had raised kids could relate to the little kid. In fact, let me just mention his name. No need beating around the bush, baby Ifeanyi. I've raised many kids through that 3-year-old gap, and I know how volatile children can be. You know, you leave them and you look away, and before you know it, I told the story of, I don't know if I've ever shared it online, of my first son, Ayo Yumika. I was 25 years old. I was young. He was about a year. You know, he had just started walking, tottering around the house. And I came home one morning. His mom had to go somewhere, and I was tired. You know, those days I used to do the overnight, meaning I would work all night. So I'm not sure if I'd gotten some sleep or not. And then I just went to the fridge, and as I opened the fridge, we had this tall fridge, then I just opened the fridge, and he came there and stood there. So I just put my hands inside and got a bottle of Coke. I used to be a big Coke, can I use the word addict? And I just started drinking it, glug, glug, glug. I was so thirsty, glug, 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 glug. Unknown to me, as I carry Coke, now so my pikin carry bottle of cough mixture. Those codeine cough mixtures. Inside, put out for him mouth. As I do, for the Coke, I just look my pikin, don't level the.
They are very fast. That's one thing.
He don't him to do, now I begin panic. That time there was no internet, so it's not like run to Google. I can't begin to look and say, Mama leave picking with me. And you see, it was so, I just opened the fridge. He stood there with me. He saw me stretch and take a bottle of Coke. I need to, at his short level where he was, what was at his hand was the medicine rack. So he just picked whatever was there that looked like what I picked. I opened it, he opened his own, and I drank. You know, I was so thirsty. So I just glug, 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 and 1 year old, what do I give him? I tried to induce vomiting. Then I called my dad. My dad said I should be careful, that I should not induce vomiting. I should just give him some water to drink. And if I can mix, I don't know if it was my dad or some other doctor that was the first person I could call. Those days that we used to mice credit, said I should mix very light coffee. I can't sit down, they look the picking like this. I can't sit down, they look the picking like this. He was not even up to 3 years old. He was maybe 1 plus or 2. He could walk. So he used to, 1004 is like communal living. We had a big park. So his mom was in the park, under the trees, you know. Now so begin finding Mama, begin the Waka go main road. So what am I trying to say? This child connects all, because this child lived on the internet. Everybody could access, everybody could. So we all knew what it's like. And you see, I must say this. David is one of the most loved Nigerians. You cannot take that away from him.
I think it was an artist that actually said something that, apart from Two-Face, he's the most loved. I think he's the second most loved artist.
I think he's more loved than Two-Face. I'm sorry. I think he's more because literally, we had a discussion.
People don't like hearing rumors, right?
Let me tell you something.
People pray for it to be a rumor.
Yes.
I mean, I think every one of us potentially have done this at one stage of our lives. Like, this kind of scenario made you question, like, God, why? Like, I don't think there's anybody that's not pained. I honestly ask for grace on top of Davido's head. He's been through a lot. I actually pray for his mental health. I pray for Choma and the whole family at large. I don't know if you can question God. I don't know, because the phrase, I've seen kids jump out from stories and survived.
Kids.
Why can't
one of my daughters
something save this boy? Like,
one of my daughters tied a skipping rope upstairs on the balcony down and was climbing from down up like Tarzan. One of my children swallowed coin like medicine. Hold on. One of my children swallowed coin and drank water like medicine. Took a coin, put it in her mouth, and drank water like she was using medicine. Baba, you don't know anything. But we can't put buckets. They here. We put buckets. The pikin begin they pull inside the bucket. And that's why everybody they wait, make the coin come out. We can't reach like 2 days. Pikin. Anybody.
I believe there is a special God or guardian angel that saves kids. Because there are months of times that you will see something happening and you'll be like, oh my God. Like, I have a 3-year-old and I have a 10-month-old, right? So many times, what they like is to go to a table and put it in their mouth. And I keep asking myself, God, only one day, unlucky day, they can be electrocuted. Just one day you unplug.
Mute.
You unplug your phone and that's it.
Team Article, mute. Mute. They can't hear me because your voice is, your sound is rattling. Please mute. Yes, mute your mic. No, mute your mic.
Telling you to mute, yeah.
Have you muted?
Yeah, I think it's better now.
Okay, better now. Just please mute because your audio where you are is noisy. So we can finish saying this. Just mute and wait till I bring Olu. How is my? Can you guys hear my voice? Because I'm going to say a few things.
Yeah, it's better now. So that the amount of time I will just turn quickly and see them like trying to either put the cable in their mouth, and I'm thinking, God, it's just one unlucky day they could be electrocuted to that. So kids are fast. I understand you have to keep an eye on them, but sometimes you can't help it. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. So I believe there is their own special God or angels that sort of look after them or protect. And this is what I'm saying. In this whole thing, I've been asking, like, I know we can't question God, but this is the most undeserving, the most unbearable, the most extremely difficult to understand kind of scenario. Honestly.
You know what? I read something somewhere today. When a woman loses her husband, she becomes a widow. When a man loses his wife, he becomes a widower. When children lose their parents, they become orphans. When a parent loses their children, there's no name for it. That is how devastating it is. There is literally no name for it. It is one of the most unbearable things. Taste Bud's elder sister lost her daughter. The little child's name was Ebube. And she had a heart condition. I don't know if I've ever... We're about to start a GoFundMe when she passed on. And I'm going to share this story. So Taste Buds is also still in mourning because this is her eldest sister, the Ada of their family's last born daughter, an 11-year-old child. Celebrated her birthday, took pictures. The next day she fell sick. 6 months later, she was buried. And it was a harrowing 6-month period. Pastor Toby Adegboyega is aware there was one drug we needed that kept her alive for that whole 6 months. We could not find that drug in Nigeria. We could not find that drug in the UK or the US. The drug was only available in India. So it was Pastor Toby that helped us order that drug. The drug itself was about £400. To get the drug cost over 2 million. I'm just guessing how to get the drug to Nigeria. And then there was somebody waiting at the airport to start taking the drug too. The child needed a heart transplant. needed about 200 and something thousand dollars. That was what they quoted. We knew it would run into $500,000 easily, you know, and the child was, after using this medication, the heart improved. She had a, I think it was a congenital problem. She had a defective mitral valve. If there's a doctor there, you'd understand. And her left ventricle was particularly weak, so it was regurgitating blood. And lovely child, jumpy. Last time I saw the child was in 2019 during the funeral of Taste Bud's dad. We're all there in the village. So what am I trying to say is, a lot of people are going through really hard. And Pastor Toby was there. He was the one who helped get that drug. We couldn't just get it. We tried. There was nothing. Once you get to it, they'll say no, that because the drug was a drug on trial. The cardiologist, the pediatric cardiologist in charge of her case, said when she studied in India, they used that particular drug and they saw that it gave good results. But how did he get it from India? That's the thing. You don't know what we face. So it's pretty sad. It's really sad. And I also want to use this as an opportunity to address a former member of this team. He was team leader Peter Obi, and because of some issues, he had to leave. He made some comments in the public. Hello, Olu, welcome.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Loud and clear.
You know, he made some comments in public about mourning every child, and we need to understand that sensitivity is very important. I'm not going to roll him under the bus and say I don't know him. He's there. We know. I will just use this as an opportunity to say to him that there are some opinions that should be kept to one's heart. And if at all you want to share such opinions, share them within a circle of your close friends. Do not make a public, even the Bible says, mourn with those who mourn, rejoice with those who rejoice. You need to understand that David is everybody's brother. We all saw we witnessed his story. You know, the trials he went through. Forget that he's a rich kid. He's a rich kid that took everybody from the gutter, raised them up. As in, Davido has taken people who in their life, if not for Davido, they would never have gone to airport, let alone fly business class, let alone fly abroad. Davido has bought Rolexes for people who in their lives, if they were ever going to buy Rolex, they'll buy it inside Go Slow. Davido you don't understand David. There is no Nigerian musician that has the love David has. It is impossible. You know, it's impossible to be like David. Then the beautiful girl.
I don't think it's debatable, because David, on his last birthday, raised more than 200 million and gave that out and shared that out to, I think, orphanages around the country. So I don't think anybody is debating how good-hearted the man is.
No.
So you can understand the pain.
David, as in David is loved. David is loved, as in he is loved. David is the only musician in Nigeria. You think anybody, like you said, maybe Two-Face. God forbid, I will not pray anything like this ever happens again. But that I will not do my work for 24 hours. I will send you chats. People have paid. I said, no, today we are mourning with David. From tomorrow, that's why even this show, I made sure we started at 12 midnight, because that is a new day. I delayed. I normally was supposed to start at 12. I waited till 12:30. So we are starting a new day. I gave 24 hours. I will not give anybody 24 hours. It just has to be someone like David. And his beautiful wife, Choma, after all they've been through, I'd never met her before. There was an event we're all supposed to attend this November. And I look forward to meeting her for the first time. I loved her. I just liked the way she just, the two of them are not too tall. So they just fit each other. They are extremely cute people. And Davido just carries her on his head. He just loves her. And everybody's enticed by this young love. So this tragedy hits extra deep. I can't but say this. David right now is with family, close family, with people like Dangote, people that were there while he was a child and watched him grow. He is, of course, in a bad place, but with our prayers and our love, we can help ease his pain and being strong for him. And I want to use this as an opportunity to speak to all those pastors seeing visions and prophecies and people saying they should take the child to one place. If that is how people will heal, why are our mortuaries full? Can you please let the family mourn? Can you please let the family have closure? My opinion, I'm sorry. You saw this, you saw this, you saw this, you saw this. Did any of you see COVID? Listen, these people be steady seeing visions. They will see vision. Do you know how many visions they've seen about me? If not by vision, I'm not supposed they hear the whole show. They go see prophecy, see vision, see this, see this, see that, see that. Then they want to. You see, listen, let's stop using religion to cloud chase. If you see a vision or a prophecy, pray. Prayer is in the air. You don't need to see the person. You can have faith on behalf of somebody. Darius, Christ did not use his eye to see Darius. I be Darius' daughter. Darius' faith was enough to heal his daughter that was at home. So please, let the family have closure. Let the family deal with their grief.